Theory of Qiyas under Islamic law. Qiyas is an analogical deduction from the above three sources of law. It is use of human reasoning to compare an existing situation with one for which the legislation already exists. If a problem arises, which none of these have dealt directly, then the scholars try to find a law in any of them, which has a similar cause, and classify the problem in the same manner. Imam Abu Hanifa was the first to adopt this method for formulating law. The Holy Quran has recognized the exercise of private judgment. The Quran says, "They have hearts wherewith they understand not, eyes wherewith they see not, and ears wherewith they hear not. They are as cattle, nay more misguided, for they are heedles of warning." Again it says, "Take warning then, O you with eyes to see." 59:2. Allah says, "There are signs in this for people who understand." The Prophet, SAW, is reported to have encouraged it in his lifetime. He asked Mu'adh when he was deputed to Yemen as a governor, "How will you decide when a matter comes to you for decision?" He replied, "I shall decide according to Book of Allah." Prophet SAW said, "If you do not find it in the Book of Allah." Mu'adh said, "Then according to the Sunnah of the Prophet." He asked, "If you find nothing therein, then I will exert myself to form my own judgment," Mu'adh replied. Tirmidhi and Abu Dawud. According to another tradition, the Prophet SAW is reported to have told Abu Musa al-Ash'ari, judge upon the Book of Allah, "If you do not find in it what you need, upon the Sunnah of the Prophet SAW, and if you do not find in that also, then use you personal opinion." Tirmidhi, Abu Dawud. Argument on Qiyas. The opponents of Qiyas argue that to consider Qiyas as an additional evidence would be T90 consider the Quran insufficient, since the Quran says, "We have sent down to you the book as an explanation for everything." 1691. They also argued on the basis of a tradition of the Prophet, SAW, said, "The affairs of the sons of Israel have continued to prosper until there multiplied among them the children of the war captives, for these have measured, kasu, what did not exist on the basis of what did exist, and they have erred and led others into error." But the supporters argue that all the companion of the Prophet, SAW, and the followers have used Qiyas as a source of law, and they quote the verse of Quran in their support, "Take warning then, O you with eyes to see." 59:2. It is also argued that there is doubt about the effective cause for which Sharia value has been established because the revealed text does not mention the causes, and consequently one does not know what to use as a basis for Qiyas. Furthermore, God is not worshipped according to the dictate of Risosin. Components of Qiyas. The fundamental teaching on which Qiyas is based, el-asl root. Vive the subsidiary, the new condition in question, fair branch. Vive the cause that connects both the cases, ilia. Vive the law that is extended to the new case, hukem. Vive, this may be illustrated by the following example. Vive the fundamental teaching. The Prophet, SAW, said, "Every intoxicant is khamr, so every intoxicant is haram." Vi, fair, the subsidiary, LSD, cocaine, opium, and all other drugs. V, ilia, the cause, connecting them, intoxication, behukam, law. All these drugs are declared haram, forbidden. The conditions of Qiyas, vive, that the value such as prohibition which is to be extended to a new situation should not be expressly limited to the original case. That the value of the original case should not have been against the rule of analogy, or the value whose extension to a new Sharia value is sought should be Sharia established by the Quran, Sunnah, or Ijma, but not another Qiyas. V. The application of Qiyas should not result in the altering of the prescription because it would be altering the divine prescription on the basis of personal judgment. Examples of law derived by Qiyas, drugs like mar.